Hey guys, and welcome back to this Mega Buster only run of Mega Man 4. And the remaining three Robot Masters, Pharaoh Man, Drill Man, and Bright Man, I'm not especially confident about fighting them. But of the three, I think I'm most prepared for Bright Man. Because there is an exploit you can use against him, and I'll explain that when we get closer to him. And like I mentioned in one of the previous episodes, oh crap, there we go. I forgot what was going on for a second there. There is a side area in Bright Man's stage where there's an extra life and an E-tank that you can grab. Unfortunately, there's no way to get out of there. However, there is a way to kill yourself, so I am going to go ahead and go there and pick up the items, use up that free life. Oh, you butt. So yeah. So basically just be getting an E-tank out of it instead of an E-tank and an extra life. And the great thing is when you die there, it literally puts you right back where the ladder was to access that area. So you're not really losing anything from it. It might actually be a little quicker just to do that if you don't mind losing a life. Otherwise, in a Mega Buster only run, getting these two items would not be possible. And you know you're safe in losing a life because you just picked one up. And there we go. Just like that, we're back outside and we can move on. Extra E-tank in tow. And these grasshoppers can be a bit of a pain. They'll either jump and take small jumps like that, or they'll take large jumps, which this one is not wanting to do. Sometimes it can be a real pain when you're on a large one with a large jump, and then it lands on one with a small jump, and they're like literally right on top of each other. It makes dealing with those grasshoppers a little bit more difficult, but they were nice to me that time around for some reason. They're not usually that nice about it. Jump over that one. It looks like it might be able to pass over Mega Man's head, but it's not. And I'm going to get rid of that one just so it's not in the way. And we're at Bright Man with full health. That is what we want to have happen. Alright, so the exploit for Bright Man. Bright Man uses the Flash Stopper at very specific points in the battle. When he has 12 hit points, when he has 20 hit points, and when he has 24 hit points. So right now he's at 7, that's 10. A full Mega Buster Blast does 3 damage to him. So as long as you count the first 12 and then hit him with Mega Buster shots each time, he's a piece of cake to deal with. He's not too bad. The trouble is keeping count and making sure that he doesn't use the Flash Stopper. You're still going to take some damage. He's still a little cheap, but it makes this fight a lot more manageable. And then the next two fights, oh boy, not so much. And I think I'm going to try Pharaoh Man first, because, I don't know, because I feel like it. Pharaoh Man is very difficult. Now, if you remember last time I told you there was an E-tank that you could grab, unfortunately, with the restrictions I've placed upon myself, that E-tank is no longer an option. Because the ledge that it's on is just barely far enough away that it's not reachable. Now this jump is possible without items, as you just saw, but it's extremely difficult. Well, I won't say extremely difficult. It's a bit of a challenge. You have to make sure you inch yourself over, and you have to commit. You have to go. You have to just keep holding right. The benefit of that E-tank not being available is I don't have to worry about going through that area. I can just grab the balloon adapter and skip ahead in the stage. So that's a good thing. And we just ride these rafts like normal. Again, they totally look like clowns to me, but that's just me. They're not clowns. Those are just like little balloons. But, you know, whatever. This second section on the moving platforms can be a bit of a tricky thing. Oh god, I'm dead. Like, yeah, that's pretty much, I was trying to be careful there, and my caution caused me to die a horrible, horrible death. But luckily we didn't get sent back too far. I used to think when I was a kid that as soon as they open their eyes, that was the cue for you to jump to the next one. But I find that's not always the case. Sometimes it's better if you wait for them to shoot and then jump on top of them. It all depends. There we go. It was a bit sloppy, but that's okay. I'll take sloppy over an insta-death any day of the week. And one more of these guys, and we're at Pharaoh Man. Now, Pharaoh Man, we haven't seen much of Pharaoh Man's actual attack pattern because, you know, Flash Stopper makes him completely a joke. Makes him a complete joke, I guess is what I'm trying to say there. But without the flat... Oh, crap. That's not where I want to be. There we go. Yeah, just keep doing that. Yes. Ah. Whoa. So as you can see, the fight can be very... Gah! Crap! One more Mega Buster shot. There we go. Whew! Yeah, he jumps around the room all the time. He'll either jump twice and throw a couple of Pharaoh shots at you and make it all the way across the room, or he'll jump once and jump to the spot you were standing in when he jumped, or he'll throw those charge shots at you. And the charge shots are what you want him to do because you can react to them fairly easily. And he leaves himself way open. Unfortunately, normally he doesn't tend to want to spam that too often. Maybe he just knows that it doesn't work all that well. I don't know. But, Drill Man, here we go. Last Robot Master. We'll see how this goes. Again, there is an E-tank in here, but I'm not going to be able to get it because it requires a utility to get. And that option is not available for me. And again, I know how to deal with these ladybugs and Mets in the stage because that's how I always dealt with them, just with the Mega Buster. And I never used Robot Master weapons very often. Like I said, I've been experimenting with using different Robot Master weapons and seeing how they work. I figured it would be faster if I used Dive Missile, which is sometimes the case, but the unpredictability of dive missile makes it hit or miss sometimes. But more often than not, dive missile is the way to go. Come on, there we go. So there's that E-tank that I would normally get, but again, that's not an option. So we just keep moving. Whoa, okay, I thought I messed that up for a second. Now here's where Skull Barrier would be useful. I've seen friends use Skull Barrier to get through here rather easily. Oh, and I thought I'd gotten that boulder, but I guess not. Flip the switch, and there's another one of those propeller guys. There we go. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh crap! And the thing is, when the boulders break apart like that, the odds are there's going to be some slow. Oh, I'll take that extra life. Thank you. How am I at? So as you can see, Drill Man stage, we're only at 60 tanks and 5 lives, so normally we'd probably be around max for lives and would have about 8 E-tanks at this point, but that's not the case. Alright, now let's get out of here. We're at full life. And like I've said before, Drill Man was the first robot master I ever defeated. I'm sure I used an E-tank for that though. I'm gonna try and beat him without using an E-tank. But he doesn't really have that much of a pattern. What I'm hoping he does is he pops out and then immediately dives back underground. That's not what I want to have him do. Oh crap. Ah! No, 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 no. Go back. There you go. That's when he does a lot of damage to me. Is when he walks towards me with his drill bombs. Oh boy. There we go. I thought I'd gotten away, and he's intent on spamming that, isn't he? There we go. And I'm gonna push my luck here. I probably shouldn't. If he starts walking towards me, I'll try and quickly access the menu. Oh crap. Yeah, well, that didn't happen. But it came close. It came close. So I'm a little nervous about the number of lives I have. I'm not used to having so few lives to work with. I took a couple of really stupid deaths, and I probably should be more careful. There we go. You keep doing that. Ah. Whoop. Alright, that wasn't too bad. I should probably start moving now. If you can time your jump, one more hit. If you can time your jump over Drill Man right after he shoots his drill bomb, and you land like in between the drill bomb and Drill Man, it's not so bad. But actually doing that isn't as easy as you might think. So yeah, Drill Man is probably, I don't know. I don't want to say he's the one I'm most concerned about, because the Pharaoh Man probably concerns me just as much, if not more so. And his fight, his rematch is actually a lot harder, I'm talking about Pharaoh Man, than his regular, in his own stage. And we'll talk about that when we get to it. But that'll do it for this episode of Mega Man 4 Buster Only. I'll see you for the next one.